Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. We're in Acts chapter 25 today, which is 2 years after the end of chapter 24. Felix has been succeeded by Porcius Festus as the governor or procurator of Judea, and he's gone down to Jerusalem to meet with the Jewish leaders there, who petitioned him to deliver Paul to them. Their plan was to ambush Paul, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Paul would have been under Roman guard. They would have caused more trouble for themselves than Paul was really worth to them. But Festus said he was going back to Caesarea, and if they wanted to bring charges, they needed to do it there, which they did. Festus wanted to do a favor for the Jewish leaders and asked Paul if he was willing to go to Jerusalem to answer the charges, but Paul probably knew what the ambush plan was, and he also had been told by the Lord that he was to go to Rome. So instead, he appealed to Caesar, and Festus said, "Then to Caesar you will go." Before he can ship Paul off, though, King Agrippa and Bernice come to Caesarea. Bernice was his sister, and history intimates that there may have been an improper relationship between them. We don't know that for a fact. But whatever the case, they came to Caesarea. Agrippa was the son of King Herod Agrippa I, who he had met back in Acts chapter 12. He was the one who had killed James and imprisoned Peter, and who ultimately was stricken dead by God because he had accepted the worship of a god. As Agrippa and Bernice are here, Festus comes to Agrippa and explains Paul's case to him, and Agrippa agrees to hear Paul's plea and his defense. With that, we come to the latter part of chapter 25, where we see Agrippa and Bernice entering the auditorium with all of this great pomp and all of this formality. And it really marks an important point in the book of Acts. This will be, in this book, the high watermark of Christianity's exposure to the halls of power. We believe that Paul did eventually have an audience with Caesar, but in this book, this is where Paul has the highest political prominence and where Christianity has its greatest level of visibility. In the next chapter, we'll see Paul's defense and Paul's testimony before these powerful Roman leaders. And Lord willing, we'll do that next time. God bless you as you go.